Yes! Now, bless now, people. Don't forget to rest now. There's ROCKSTEADY. Pop Shield. King of the Pit TV. Signing in. This listen through goes out to Nate via the Patreon. Says, bro, you got to continue your suicidal journey. And you know what, Nate? You're a godsend because you're right. You're right. I think the last time I listened to Suicidal was a while back now. And it was Join the Army. So now we're going deeper. And do you know what? It's crazy because the Suicidal Tendencies self-title was fantastic. Join the Army was fantastic. And people were making comments on the video saying, bro, we've got a run of like 3 even better albums from here on, which is insane to me. So without further ado, this one goes out to you, Nate. Thank you for the recommendation. Relatively long record, but I know it's going to be a fun listen. I'm hoping for good riffs. Let's go. Trip at the Brain is track number 1. This one goes out to all of the thrashers out there, man.
There's nothing wrong with this brain.
From the get-go, we're riffing, man. From the get-go. Guitar solo. Here we go. Come on.
What are you doing with your life? Huh?
Nothing. Because you're slimy. Talk. Maggot! 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 I'm gonna take that trip. Welcome. Cause I'm the host with the most. Now here's a little tussle thinking nothing just to put your mind.
What came first, this or Madhouse by Anthrax? I wonder. Goes hand in hand, doesn't it?
There's nothing wrong with this brain.
That was good. That was good. Some great riffs. Great, just like, it's thrash metal, yeah, but it's so creative at the same time. They can play power chords and riff with them power chords, but the writing's really good and it's really fun to listen to. What a great introduction to this record. I know there's going to be some fantastic riffs, and I'm really looking forward to it. We've got Hearing Voices coming up next. Let's keep moving, man. Yes, now bless now, people. Don't forget to rest now. There's ROCKSTEADY at King of the Pit TV signing in, listening to Suicidal Tendencies. Let's keep going. How Will I Laugh Tomorrow is the record, and this is track number 2 entitled Hearing Voices. Come on. 1988, what a great year, man. Great year for hardcore infused metal music. Let's give some respect, Mike Muir, Mike Clark, Dean Pleasance, Brooks Wackerman, Josh Paul, El Mayorga, Mike Dodson, Mike Bosley. Let's go. All of the mics. Guitar solo. These guys play it by numbers, man. Get back! Is this like the world's longest fade out here? Felt like there was a drop in the volume there. Come on. Bruh, this has been a great record so far. This has been a fantastic record so far. Riffs, mid-tempo riffs. Very good. Cool sound production. I was going to say great. Not great. There could be a little more emphasis and power and kick in the production, but hey, who am I to complain? I like the organic factor we've got, the guitars in particular. Very dry, just very well composed. Great tightness when they play tight, which is all of the time, clearly. And it just makes it pop really well. We got like double the view count of this one. Pledge Your Allegiance coming up next. There's ROCKSTEADY, King of the Pit TV. Track number 3 of How Will I Laugh Tomorrow by Suicidal Tendencies, ST. It was devoted to and dedicated to and recommended by Nate via the Patreon. Thank you very much, Nate. Bruh, what a great recommendation. Pledge Your Allegiance, let's go. Track number 3 of 11. I assume they're going for a bit of a join the army type tune on this one, eh? I know these dudes should really give homage to each other, but are we hearing a bit of the Cro-Mags in this? Bit of the Cro-Mags. Well, when did Cro-Mags put out Best Wishes? Best Wishes when the initial record when they went metal, because this is like riffage like Cro-Mags when they went metal, man. Come on. Come on. I think the ST thing's a bit corny in my personal opinion. Finger picked that, innit? On that guitar, it's finger picking. I'd be surprised if it was guitar pick. They're sort of like soft, rounded plucks. That was Pledge of Allegiance. That was the worst track we've heard so far on this record. I know why they've done that. They've put that together to have a little bit of a... Because obviously Suicidal are pulling a great crowd at this point, and they wanted to have a little bit of a crowd participation tune. I gotta respect it. I rate it, but I think as far as like, you know, the riffs are concerned and the whole ST thing, bruh, I'm not that bothered about. I'm a grown man. I don't want to be sitting there chanting stuff like that. So that is what it is. We got How Will I Laugh Tomorrow, the title track, coming up next. Let's keep going. Yes, now bless. Now don't forget the rest. Now there's Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV signing in. How Will I Laugh Tomorrow is the title track on Suicidal Tendencies record. How Will I Laugh Tomorrow? When I Can't Even Smile Today. Bit too long of an album title, in my personal opinion. Let's go. This is track numero 4, devoted to Nate. Come on. This is the longest track on the record at 6 minutes 43. Woo! Pretty good. How Will I Laugh Tomorrow and the track that came before, Pledge Your Allegiance. I see what they're doing. At this point, it feels like Suicidal are maturing. They're definitely maturing. And they're keeping their audience in mind as they do so. Unfortunately, me as their audience, I'm a mosher. I want to hear some mosh. These powerful numbers. I don't want to hear no powerful numbers. I don't want to hear no emotional numbers. I want to hear some riffs. Some riffs. So moving on, we've got The Miracle, track number 5. Let's keep going. Yes, now, bless now, people. Don't forget to rest now. There's ROCKSTEADY at King of the Pit TV signing in. How Will I Laugh Tomorrow is the title of this record. It's, is it the 3rd record by Suicidal? I think it is. And this one's entitled The Miracle. It is track number 5. We've had a couple of mellow tunes. Well, Pledge Your Allegiance wasn't really a mellow tune, you know. But I just want to get back to the thrashing, man. Let's get some riffs. Come on. Kick it in. Heavy metal. Come on. Hardcore, hardcore, hardcore. Come on. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. This is a fascinating record. There's a wealth of maturity and development over the 3 albums we've heard so far, and this is fascinating. The production is pretty good, but the songwriting has come with a maturity that is, I would say, lost. We've lost a lot of the youthful energy. There's a lot of maturity when it comes to the composition and the writing and the content of this album, you know. It's less based on fun for fun's sake and more on, there's a little more of an emotive value, you know. It seems like there's a little more honesty in the art. So that's fascinating to me. But with that being said, Suicidal Mania followed by Surf and Slam. We might have a couple of energetic numbers with these two by the sounds of things. Let's keep on going. Track number 6 coming up. Des Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV. How Will I Laugh Tomorrow is the title of this record. Suicidal Mania is the title of this song, which is track number 6 of 11. Let's go.
Turn the lights down. I think I lost something.
I reckon the producer's a guitarist. The guitars are, not in a negative way, but are more overpowering than the drums on this mix. Punk. Okay. Okay. I'm going to be a controversial spokesperson right about now. In the earlier tracks, I've said the production's pretty good. It's definitely quite a mature production. I don't know at this point if it's actually detracting from the intensity and the power that we can get from this band. Maybe we don't want intensity. I agree, maybe we don't want that, but there's an absence of oof, which we really need from Suicidal. With that being said, we've got Surf and Slam coming up next, alright? Let's keep going. Yes, now, bless now. Don't forget the rest now. There's ROCKSTEADY at King of the Pit TV signing in. Surf and Slam is the title of this one. Track 7 of 11 on the record How Will I Laugh Tomorrow by Suicidal Tendencies. This listen through goes out to my good friend Nate, who's recommended this on the Patreon. One love, bless. Let's go. I sense an instrumental potentially. Right, let's keep going. We got If I Don't Wake Up, let's keep moving. That was alright. It was an alright little filler. Surf and Slam, bruh. I don't care about surfing. Let's go. Hardcore. Hardcore. This sounds like a band who was influenced by the Cro-Mags that we had over here in the UK called Deal With It. Alright, crossover thrash band.
There's some things you're not supposed to talk about. Like all the things I ever think about. I get so tired, I just wanna sleep. Slip away in the chest so deep. Feel my soul floating free. No more pain left in me. And if I sleep all through tomorrow, when I hear the kid wake up and sorrow, 'cause I'm missing another day. I probably won't
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go. Come on. That's some old school crossover riff in that's like what you hear from Anthrax and SOD, that riff. Ignorant. Caught in a mosh riff, man. Bruh, that was hard. That was the best bit of this record so far, that outro. If I don't wake up with wake up, that was the best bit. Let me tell you something. Now, this is a bold statement. I feel like the excess of lead guitar work does detract from the value of Suicidal Tendencies. Sometimes I just don't want to hear some guy wank over a track for like 20 hours straight, man. I just want to hear some riffs. But that was a great song. Great riffing. Great vocal line. Great concept. I like that one. We got Sorry coming up next. Justin Bieber cover, I think. Let's go. Des Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV, signing in. Sorry is the title of this track. Track number 9 of 11 on How Will I Laugh Tomorrow by Suicidal Tendencies. This entire listen through goes out to my good friend Nate M, via the Patreon, who recommended this. Let's jump in. Ooh. Catchy chorus to that one. Decent riff. Quite a pop hit. Quite a pop hit. I like the chorus. That's as much as I can say. Yeah, not a bad tune. Not a bad tune. We got One Too Many Times coming up next, which might be an ignorant one. It's got the title of a hard track, this one. It's got a hard title. Let's keep going. Yes, now bless now, people. Don't forget the rest. Now, don't mind the lighting here. I'm just catching sunset. So, yeah, things could be better. I do understand. Hello. But regardless, we're listening to Suicidal Tendencies. I'm trying to turn the light up. I can't get any lighter for you people. One Too Many Times is the title of this one, and it is the hardest title track, let's be real. So let's hope for a hard riff. Let's go.
Never good at talking. So many things I couldn't say, but the thoughts never went away. And I'm sure you remember I said that all I wanted was sympathy. Now add this to your memory.
Let's go. I reckon this record is a lot more heavy metal than what we've had in the previous records. A lot more heavy metal. I know it's thrash, and I know it's crossover, but it's heavy metal, man. There's a lot. Probably from touring with the bigwigs. Come on. Not a bad tune. Not a fantastic tune in all honesty. I like the hook. The band have come forward with some great vocal hooks and choruses on this record. Let's just call it a day, yeah? We're going to finish this off with the feelings back, yeah? Hopefully an upbeat one. Maybe a morbid one, depending on what feeling it is. Let's finish off. Yes, now blessed. Now don't forget the rest. Now there's ROCKSTEADY at King of the Pit TV signing in and essentially signing out. Last track of the record of How Will I Laugh Tomorrow by the Suicidal Tendencies is The Feelings Back. Let's finish this record off. This entire listen through's gone out to Nate M via the Patreon. One love. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. That was a good tune. That was a good tune. That was one of the better ones on the record, that was one of the better tunes on the record. Once again with these rips, very Cro-Mags-esque. Very metal Cro-Mags-esque. I wonder who found influence from who, because definitely around the same time we were having Best Wishes released. But was Best Wish put out after? No doubt ST and Cro-Mags toured to some extent. I'd be very surprised if they didn't. So yeah, very fascinating, very good. I'm going to do one last video where I give my final overview. I'll rate out of 10 for you, alright? I'll see you there. Let's keep going. Yes, now blessed now people, don't forget to rest now. There's ROCKSTEADY at King of the Pit TV signing in. Suicidal Tendencies, How Will I Laugh Today was the record we just listened to. If you are unfamiliar with that, on this channel there should be a listen through of all of the music. And this is my review. Okay, so it was recommended on my Patreon by my great subscriber, Nate. Thank you very much, Nate. Puts me onto some great music. This was the next in line as far as my suicidal journey is concerned. So we listened to the self-titled, listened to Join the Army, and now here we are at How Will I Laugh Tomorrow. 11 tracks, relatively long record. I don't know what record length to a T, but we're 11 tracks, averaging maybe at around 4 minutes 20 nearabouts. Probably longer per track, probably longer. So a decent length record. Let's talk about it. So production wise, it was a good production. I don't think they gave the band justice with the production. I feel like the band could be better with a little less of a dry and open air sound to it. A little more direct punchiness, a little more tech, I would say, you know, a little more of a modernized technological production instead of like the organic sounds we received here. I think Suicidal need a little more kick when it comes to what they're doing, you know. I think maybe it was the drum kit in particular. Drum kit was reeled back a lot. It was definitely a guitarist's record. Drummer didn't have the emphasis he could have. That being said, vocal was well produced. Guitars were well produced. Honestly, I can't remember much bass line in this record at all, so I'm not going to say the bass was well produced. But bass and drums, rhythm section, I think this band needs this for them grooves and them mid-tempo dun, 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 dun. Need a little bit more of that, a little more of the Anthrax style, you know. Riff wise, pretty good. Songwriting wise, better than what we've had in the past. There's definitely an emphasis on songwriting in this record. There's more emotive value, whereas in the past record we've had a little bit more of a fruity character, a little bit more of a flamboyant, joyful, youthful essence. This is a coming of age record. There's a little more maturity in this that exists throughout the entirety. I mean, Trip at the Brain, the first song, is them sort of getting it out of the way, I think. Getting rid of that youthful stuff, and then from there we just have like a bit more of an emotional record. Although, with that being said, Trip at the Brain, probably best track on the record. Probably the best track on the record. I did not like this record as much as I did Join the Army and the Suicidal self-titled. I did not like this record as much. A lot more heavy metal infused. Down, 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 down. Big area of fucking hell, I can't even talk, man. Stadium rock, anthemic vibes and riffs, as opposed to just like driving, riffing, mosh pit music. And this is King of the Pit TV, so I had a problem with that. Cro-Mags, when they went metal, and Suicidal Tendencies at this period, I see a great big connection. In all honesty, as far as crossover is concerned, I don't know who came first, who influenced what, but there is definitely some degree of connection between the two at this particular stage. Most definite. With that being said, I'm going to rate this record a respectful 5 out of 10. I think it's a mature record. I think it's got more quality than the albums that have come before. But for me, I want to mosh. I want to pit. And I want to hear the frantic energy we had on the debut in correlation with the mature metal riffing we had on Join the Army. This has transcended both as far as maturity is concerned. It's a more professional record. But that's that. Alongside that, I know it's part of the parcel of Suicidal Tendencies. I cannot stand the lead guitarist just wanking off over each and every track, man. Like, just excessive guitar leads, just guitar solos all over. And I know this is a reoccurring theme, and it will be until the end of time, but I can't stand it. I can't stand it. There's a reason why there's a guitar solo space, and this guy just noodles all over the shop, and it's way too much. So respectfully, that's my rating. Let's go on the Wikipedia, see if there's any interesting factoids about this record. I'll see you there on that video. See you there, people. Yes, now, bless now, people. Don't forget to rest now. There's ROCKSTEADY at King of the Pit TV signing in. How Will I Laugh Tomorrow When I Can't Even Smile Today is the record we just listened to. Let's go into the Wikipedia, see if there's any interesting facts that we can talk about, yeah? So, How Will I Laugh Tomorrow When I Can't Even Smile Today is the third studio album by American crossover thrash band Suicidal Tendencies. It was released on September 13, 1988 on Epic Records. Epic Record. Hold on. Bada bing. Bada bing. Right, the band's first album on that label. It was also their first album recorded with guitarist Mike Clark, and their only release with bassist Bob Heathcote, who was replaced by Robert Trujillo in '89. When did he join Metallica? Oh, he's been in Metallica since 2003. Who was the... What?! Who was the bassist of Metallica up until that point? Who was the bassist of Metallica? I thought... Because they had that guy who died in the bus crash. And then I thought like it was just a full-time bassist from there. What the hell? I'm so surprised I didn't know that. Right. I'm going to find that out in my spare time, alright? So, released in September 13, 1988. 1988, should I say. Studio Cherokee, genre crossover thrash metal, 50 minutes long. It's a long record. Mike Dodson, Suicidal Tendencies. They had 2 singles, Trip at the Brain, rightfully so, and How Will I Laugh Tomorrow, fair play. Musical style, How Will I Laugh is crucial to Suicidal Tendencies' stylistic developments that it sees the band abandoning most of their full-fledged punk influences in favour of a more thrash-orientated sound. I'd say more so of a heavy metal-orientated sound. The removal of the punk rock sucked, in my opinion. One could see the stylistic change in this album's predecessor, Join the Army, but this album has a distinctly more defined metal sound, more complex and lengthy songs, true, and better production values. I would say so, yeah. In addition to rhythm guitarist Mike Clark, who played with vocalist Mike Muir in No Mercy, which was supposed to be originally a metal-only side project. No Mercy? They still going? American thrash metal band from Venice, California. Changed the band's style heavily as well. Clark wrote much of the music for this album and gave lead guitarist Rocky George more soloing time. I hate that. He doesn't need more soloing time. He's got enough. Thus creating another factor in this album and future albums' more metal-orientated sound. The album's back cover shows each member standing in front of the side of the St. Sophia Cathedral in LA. The front cover shows the members standing in front of the mausoleum next to the church. It's been renovated and expanded in the late 90s, so it doesn't look exactly like on the cover no more. Reception, reviews for How Will I Laugh have been mostly positive. AllMusic, Steve Huey awards the album 4.5 stars out of 5 and described it as one of its best efforts for the musical direction. Huey stated the band's thrashy fusion of its hardcore roots with speed metal was fully developed by this point. There's no speed metal on this record at all. Mike Muir's social commentary and self-analysis were as ragingly compelling and by turns amusing as ever. In the review made 2 months after the album release, RPM editors called the band one of the best of the current crop. How Will I Laugh was moderately successful, peaking out 111 if you didn't know, on the US Billboard 200. It remained on the charts for 11 weeks. The album featured singles Trip at the Brain as the title track, both of which managed to become successful with their target audiences. In August 2014, Revolver placed the album on 14 thrash metal albums you need to own. I disagree. Doesn't need to be in the 14. There's more. There's better records. I didn't think too much to this record. I'm being a great big hater. I apologise. I thought it was alright at best. Suicidal Mania is exclusive to the CD version of the album. Does not appear on the vinyl or cassette versions. And the instrumental version, we're moving on vocals outside of the title track, was released as a B-side of Trip of the Brain and can also be heard on the FNG compilation. There we go. Credits: Mike Muir vocals, Rocky George lead guitar, Mike Clark rhythm, RJ Herrera on drums, Bob Heathcote on bass, Cherokee Studios Hollywood recording location, Mark Dodson producer and engineer, ST producer, Mike Bosley engineer, Mark Wise Guy Wise photography. There we go. What more can be said? Let's keep on moving. If you want me to check out more ST, more than happy to do so. But I'm signing out tonight. Peace.